Students are showing their dedication in and outside of the classroom. I'll have more on that story coming right up.
Cosplay, live music, and more here in San Francisco. I'll tell you more in just a bit.
Ever wondered how dancers in the Bay Area get down? Well, some of them got down here, in Cupertino. I got more on the story coming soon.
From the School of Journalism and Mass Communications at San Jose State University, your source for what's happening with a fresh perspective on today's issues. You're watching Update News.
Welcome to Update News. I'm Christopher Padilla.
And I'm Nathan Doyle. From Miami, Florida to San Jose, California comes an evocative performance. It focuses on the veteran experience. Live in the newsroom, Chelsea Nguyen has more on the story. Chelsea?
Nathan, the Combat Hippies is a theater group of multi-generation Puerto Rican veterans on tour. They came to San Jose for 3 exclusive performances from Friday to Sunday. The Combat Hippies are sharing their perspectives as veterans of color through their spoken word performance, Amal. Far from linear, the performance is a mosaic of scenes.
Truth, justice, and get the fuck out of America's way!
Everything in this 3-day experience, ending Sunday, was about the intersection of violence, war, and disenfranchisement that Puerto Ricans and Afro-Latinos face in America. The scenes were drawn heavily from personal experiences, so the long process of creating was triggering for the writers. Hipólito Arriaga, one of the writers, served 4 years in the Marine Corps, working in community advocacy post-service.
It was a difficult process. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done, but definitely one of the most worthwhile as well.
The circular seating in the small room at the Mexican-American Cultural Center is purposeful, meant to engage the audience when the cast breaks the fourth wall, in what creative director Castellanos calls communal theater. On opening night, however, the audience was tentative to shout and sing with the cast. Angel Ruben Rodriguez is a writer and drummer in the show.
We're here to change minds. We're here to change hearts.
Writer Anthony Torres Jr. worked in a mental health capacity during his military service and is now a social worker.
That there's resilience from going through adversity. There's strength that comes from surviving trauma. So it's really exciting to me when folks who are not connected to these stories at all, but it still touches them.
The Combat Hippies hope that sharing these stories gives people greater empathy to consider different veteran experiences. The Combat Hippies have been working together since 2015, using art for cathartic healing. San Jose is the second tour date for the Combat Hippies, who will continue to perform Amal across the nation.
San Jose students are celebrating the Earth by learning how to have a better impact on the environment. Engineering sustainability is a part of Earth Week at San Jose State University. It's aimed at teaching students sustainable living methods. Engineering students held a poster session Monday to showcase their research projects. The posters focused on environmental issues and sustainability outcomes such as energy conservation, plastic use, and solar-powered charging.
I learned things that I didn't know, and they weren't because my classes weren't in here. And it was so fascinating. I love it when students can teach us something. So if they can teach the professor something, they can teach students something.
To learn more about environmentally friendly practices, students can visit the Environmental Resource Center. Organizers say to increase sustainability, students can take shorter showers, recycle and bike, rather than drive.
Struggling to save money and secure your future? No worries. There are people who are willing to help students create better life skill habits. A workshop in Clark Hall Tuesday discussed the importance of building a budget. Credit counselor Shelby Weber told students it's important to plan ahead, be able to afford big budget items. Students took part in scenarios ranging from saving money for buying a car to going to Las Vegas.
Budget is a written plan of what you think you'll spend today over the next 12 months. So it's looking out into the future because you're planning ahead.
According to College Board, full-time undergraduate students spend $900 per semester on school-related materials. Student Loan Hero lists the class of 2018 graduates with an average debt of nearly $30,000.
A new exhibit at MLK Library highlights archives from a prominent and historical LGBTQ organization in Silicon Valley. High Tech Gays was a social and gay rights organization that held meetings and events in San Jose from 1983 until 1998. The San Jose State University Special Collections has compiled papers and meetings, minutes, and photographs from the group. The exhibit, Off the Shelves and Out of the Stacks, is on display until May 24th. These materials were collected by the department over the past year. The materials were donated by the high-tech gaze historian Denny Carroll.
We try to be very conscious about highlighting and emphasizing and lending visibility to topics and individuals who, as I said, may not have as much as they should.
The topics on display vary each semester. Simpson says next year's exhibit will commemorate the 100th anniversary of women's suffrage.
It's not even graduation yet, but plans are already in the works for fall semester. Admit Spartan Day Saturday introduced future SJSU students to the campus. Kevin Constantine is there.
Athletics. Marching band. And many other on-campus organizations welcomed the incoming freshmen for the fall 2019 semester. Admitted Spartan Day was an opportunity for the students to engage in and learn about the resources San Jose State has to offer, plus the required next steps to ensure enrollment.
San Jose State's very own radio station.
Parents took tours of the campus and dorms with their children. Incoming freshman Keon Nunez came to the Admitted Spartan Day from his home in Livermore to make sure SJSU was the right school for him.
Just do what you enjoy. You don't want to spend the rest of your life doing something that you dread going to every day, I guess. So make sure they have what you want to succeed.
Nunez attended workshops on financial aid and his intended major, biology.
Biology department, I know they have a good health department to study biology.
Making sure that San Jose State is the perfect school was Nunez's goal before he looked into freshman orientation. Transfer students were also invited to the Admitted Spartan Day to learn about the campus and enrollment. JD DK is a sophomore at Las Positas College and is transferring to SJSU.
They're going to build a new science building, and my major, biology, being that, I feel like that's pretty important, and I feel like that plays a major role in me trying to transfer here.
DK says transfer students shouldn't be narrow-minded when choosing a four-year university.
I feel like everyone should visit all the schools that they're planning to attend or thinking about attending.
Some students come to Admitted Spartan Day knowing they'll enroll. Others are still shopping for schools, planning their future. On campus, Kellen Constantine, Update News.
Bill Nye once stated, "Science rules." And he may be right. According to the Glassdoor data, science was the best job in 2018. The SJSU Data Science Club held a seminar on Friday in the McCary Hall to encourage students to explore careers in data science. The field includes emerging fields such as artificial intelligence. The speaker was Yumi Kondo, a data scientist working for Bosch, an engineering company that's involved with industrial technology. Kondo provided her work ethic on being a data scientist and answered students' questions.
Particularly, I'm interested in the application of the data science in the self-driving car. And there, the data is an image taken from the video.
Kondo says having a statistics degree is no longer needed to become a data scientist. She says that computer science can be an equally attractive field.
Students are learning about a sad part of American history, first-hand reflections of the nation's Japanese-American internment camps. The Mosaic Center hosted a lecture Monday as part of Asian Pacific Islander Desi American Heritage Month. Grandmother of an SJSU student, Michiko Yi, shared her memories of the campus that detained 12,000 people of Japanese descent. Yi shared with students and faculty the struggles and sadness the campus brought on. While she says the Japanese internment camps are a dark part of U.S. history, she says they are necessary to discuss.
And be how many
I think
looks
we should never
and
forget
styles
that
and personalities you can pull off for
Yi
cheap.
said
that the government made a grave mistake based on prejudice and fear and hatred. That should never be the criteria for imprisoning any minority group.
Yi says a lesson lies in the camps that such actions should never be repeated. She says a National Day of Remembrance is not necessary, but that honoring, reflecting, and learning about the time period is.
One of the most
interesting things about this man.
When we come back, Winona Rajamohan will be here with a look at arts and entertainment.
So Winona,
The Bay Area Dance Group showcased their dance skills in Cupertino this weekend. Find out who stole the show.
Celebrating Japanese tradition, the Cherry Blossom Festival comes to San Francisco.
A San Jose State student helps others look fashion forward without the price.
Update News will return after the break.
And now we have Winona Rajamohan with A&E.
So Winona, SJSU students are doing a lot of different things.
Yeah, we have some real talented students here at SJSU. Students usually indulge in sports teams or clubs as extracurricular activities, but running a business, organizing a photo shoot, modeling, could these be considered extracurricular activities? Jasmine Chakan has the answer to those questions.
On Sunday, more than a dozen students posed for photos in downtown San Jose for Johnson's brand. Johnson handpicked each model's outfit for the photo shoot using clothes from thrift stores. Johnson's goal is to showcase each model's individual style and personality while spreading the word of her brand's purpose. Like Johnson, all models, photographers, and the creative director are students at San Jose State University. Kinesiology major and model Deja Osborne says Johnson's approach of individuality and creating unique styles motivated her to be a part of the shoot.
It's really awesome watching everyone get into their element and just being themselves in their own style. I think Echo's work that she's doing is really awesome and just, bringing out the confidence in everyone and just embracing everyone's natural beauty. I love it.
African American Studies junior Malachi Taylor was the creative director of the shoot. He joined forces with Johnson to get some more hands-on work in styling and directing models.
So my brother said it'll be a dope opportunity for you to showcase some of your talents. So I was like, okay, I heard about the opportunity, hit up Taylor, and then I was like, I would love to be a part of the shoot.
The photo shoot is just the beginning for Johnson, as she hopes to develop her own sustainable clothing line, turning trash into a career treasure. In San Jose, Jasmine Stracan, Update News.
The Living Art of Bonsai was in full swing at the 48th Annual Bonsai Exhibit in Japantown in downtown San Jose. This free event is put on by the San Jose Betswin Bonsai Club. During the event, guests viewed different bonsai species, purchased plants, and learned about the art of crafting a traditional bonsai tree. Bonsai artist Steve Iwaki demonstrated how to wire, trim, and care for a bonsai tree.
Right now we have a demonstration going on, which is a traditional thing you do at a bonsai show. We have a donated tree that is styled, and as all bonsai are created.
This exhibit only takes place once a year. However, the club hosts a variety of workshops throughout the year for the public to enjoy. It's that time of year again when cherry trees bloom and we celebrate the coming of spring, like in San Francisco where they have the Cherry Blossom Festival continuing this weekend. Chris Padilla takes us there.
The Cherry Blossom Festival comes from the Japanese tradition of hanami, celebrating the blooming of cherry trees. San Francisco carries on that tradition with the 52nd Annual Cherry Blossom Festival, which is also a celebration of Japanese culture.
Japan is, this wonderful mix of old and new, and incorporating the two, and I think that the Sakura stage is a great way to introduce Japanese-based pop culture.
The festival offers events like a kendama gathering, where participants do tricks with the ancient Japanese skill toy, and a cosplay contest, where contestants dress up as their favorite anime and video game characters.
Lights. Because, like anime and
video games and movies and all kinds of stuff. Have had Japanese themes in the past and currently.
The festival also has multiple stages for fan events, cultural performances, and live music. The San Francisco Cherry Blossom Festival is not just a celebration of spring, but a celebration of Japanese and American culture, old and new. This is Chris Padilla in San Francisco. Update News.
A San Francisco trolley parked on campus could be here to stay. San Francisco Bay Gourmet Coffee provided drinks for the San Jose State community Tuesday. Vendors offered free samples of its canned cold brew or its hot coffee. The company came to campus as it will possibly become a part of Spartan Eats, the campus service food provider. Spartan Eats Director Operations Paul Singalani says the school is always looking for the new products to provide for the student population.
We're always open to exploring new partnerships with companies in the area. As part of Spartan Eats, we try to source the most local ingredients when possible and to work with local companies that have great grassroots stories.
After trying the coffee, students filled out a written survey. The survey asked students to rate the coffee out of 5 and if they would want it on campus. Love watching live performances of different dance styles? Dance Out Loud is the show for you. BJ Karabin has the story.
Dance Out Loud is an annual community dance showcase hosted by dance studio Per Dance. It features some of the most talented dancers in the Bay Area. It was held at De Anza College's Visual Performing Arts Center on Sunday.
I got to choreograph for Dance Out Loud, which was really fun, and I got to really experience prayer dance, which was my first show in San Jose, which was really fun.
A majority of the performances came from regular students from Per Dance, along with their instructors. Styles included were hip-hop, jazz, and contemporary.
Like to see it turn out like this and everyone really enjoy themselves, even though I haven't been here that long, was really amazing. Like I think it's a great opportunity for people, and I didn't see that before the show.
Per Dance staff member Alexa ran the show behind and on the stage.
It was stressful. I haven't performed in a long time, but other than that, as long as you have like a really good team, supporting you, then things will run smoothly, and that's what I had, so it was good.
Special guest performances included Gobstoppers from San Jose and Straight Jacket from San Mateo, who appeared on NBC's World of Dance. Dance Out Loud brings dancers of different styles and different backgrounds together to learn about one another. Per Dance plans on making its 10th annual edition next year even more exciting. In Cupertino, BJ Karubin, Update News.
And that does it for arts and entertainment. I wish I could dance the way they do. What do you think?
Yeah, honestly. When we come back, Gabriel Mungare will be here with sports.
The San Jose State football team hits the field for their annual spring game on Saturday.
The SJSU baseball team has been under probation this season. Find out how they've handled the pressure.
The football team helps organize the Autism Speaks Walk on Sunday to shine a light on autism.
Update News will return in 30 seconds.
I was staring at the wrong camera.
The Spartan football team is doing more than scrimmaging these days. Players are on the field for a cause. Ben Stein is standing by live with more on campus. Ben?
Thanks, Chris. The Spartans are showing community members that they're doing more than just football. They're bringing awareness to a condition that affects millions of people worldwide.
Hundreds of people gathered at SJSU's practice football field Sunday. However, it wasn't to catch a game. Instead, a walk for autism took the field. The annual walk used to be held at History Park, but the walk partnered with San Jose State because the event had grown too large.
All I've heard today is what an amazing venue, never go back to the other place, keep growing here.
The event was put on by Autism Speaks in order to raise money and continue to raise awareness for autism. This allowed families to meet other families dealing with autism. SJSU football players kicked off the walk, with everyone else following right behind them. Attendees of all ages enjoyed live music, and blue pom-poms were handed out as they danced their way around the quarter-mile laps. Stomper, the Oakland Athletics mascot, came by to support the cause and bust down a couple of moves. Some fans even joined the football players in some drills.
Yeah, they had the obstacle course out there, and then they were Zooming the Zumba people, so it was really impressive.
According to Autism Speaks, 1 in 59 children live with autism. Live on campus, Ben Stein, Update News.
Now we have Gabriel Mungray here with sports.
Speaking of the Spartans, I hear they took the field this weekend. How'd they do?
They did. They played their annual spring game. SJSU football is close to starting their 2019-2020 season. The team finished their final spring practice and played the blue-white spring football game this past weekend. Let's see how the team played and the coaches and players' reaction after the scrimmage. The San Jose State football team played their annual blue and white spring game. This was an early season game for fans to see the team in action before the new season starts. Team Blue, played by the defense, was victorious at the end with a score of 26-24 over Team White, which was played by the offense. SJSU head coach Brent Brennan said the day at SJSU Stadium was energetic and productive.
This was an awesome day for us from start to finish. I thought the guys, played their tails off. I'm excited to look at that film and see exactly what it says.
Team White featured senior quarterback Josh Love and junior wide receiver Trey Walker. They found the end zone early in the game. Walker says the off-season workouts he and Love participated in helped increase their chemistry.
Yeah, off-season we worked out a lot. He drove down to LA and we worked out a couple times, and during the season, during practice and after practice we work out and we go at it, just trying to get that chemistry down packed.
Walker finished the game with 3 catches for 51 yards and a touchdown, while Love completed 4 out of 11 passes for 54 yards and 1 touchdown. With the offense showing a lot of promise in the spring football game, Coach Brennan also expressed the promise going into the defense coming into the upcoming season. Team Blue finished with 1 interception and 2 sacks and were running around the field all afternoon. Defensive coordinator Derek Odom took notice of the defense's intensity.
Well, I saw a lot of guys flying around today. It was really good, especially the first group. Guys were communicating well, they tackled well, they made some plays, they got off the field, things that we're looking for.
With just a couple of months left until the opening game, junior safety Jonathan Lennon says the defense can work a bit more on masking its schemes better to give opposing offenses a different look each play.
I would say disguising our looks a little bit more. Everybody being able to depend on one another so that we play a whole lot faster and a whole lot more comfortable.
The Spartans will open the season at home as they take on the University of Colorado on August 29th. At SJSU Stadium, Gabriel Mungray, Update News. San Jose State's Spartan Star League is an award-winning on-campus club that is encouraging students of all majors to enjoy the world of gaming. Spartan Star League is a recognized club here on campus and welcomes all people to join regardless of skill level. The club encourages a fun and social gaming environment for all of its members. Students can become a member for just $15 a semester or $20 for a full year. Membership perks include free merchandise, pizza, and drinks at all club meetings.
So every meeting, we usually try to come up with like a tournament or like a theme for the meeting, right? And so for today, for example, we're doing a League of Legends 2v2 tournament, and we give prizes, we have raffles at the end of the meetings.
Spartan Star League has more than 70 members now, and it continues to grow each year. The San Jose State baseball team is dominating the Mountain West despite prior infraction penalties. The new head coach wants the team to put the penalties in the past. Kellen Constantine has more on this story.
It has been 7 months since the NCAA sentenced the Spartans to a 2-year probation. The Division I Committee on Infractions panel said the former San Jose State baseball coach was knowingly exceeding the time limits of practice. Players were encouraged by coaches to participate in voluntary activities before and after mandatory practice. However, the players felt these activities were mandatory.
just a full team effort. That's all it is. Like, we all gotta come together and play, and that's what we do on the weekends. So.
The university also enforced a self-imposed fine of $5,000 following the case. Even though the team is facing these infractions, they are having one of the best starts to a season in recent history.
Try to focus on Andrew Mitchell. No, you try to focus on the positive things that we have going on, and there's a lot of them. You know, there's a lot of things that we have going that are good. And
the Spartans have an overall record of 17-16 with a conference record of 11-4. They are currently in first place of the Mountain West by 5 games.
The goal moving forward is to continue the momentum and everything that we got going in conference right now. I mean,
Kellen Strom is leading the conference in batting average and is second in hits. Tevin Cadola has a perfect record of 5-0 this season. 2 of the 3 outfielders have a perfect fielding percentage. With 21 games left in the regular season, the Spartans have a legit chance to put everything behind them with the Mountain West Championships. Calvin Constantine, Update News.
And that's all I have for sports. Do you guys think you'll be attending any sporting events for the rest of the semester?
I mean, maybe. I gotta step out of the house a little more often. And that does it for this week's edition of Update News.
From all of us here, thank you for joining us, and see you next week.